All right, let's do a sound check. Sound check, check, check. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. Son of a bitch.
Sound check, sound check.
You can hear me. All right, there's my charts, man. You can see I'm in those two gold trades right there. Gold is the farthest chart on the right. And we'll go over gold here in a minute. There's the chart right there on gold. And you'll see I'll pull up the live terminal here in a minute. And you guys can see a live terminal because when I stream, I don't hide behind stuff. I ain't a pussy. So we don't hide behind anything when I'm streaming. We do live trading in live accounts because we ain't no sissies. We don't pussy things. We're not pussies around here. We don't hide behind TradingView like other streamers do. We're not pussies. That's just how we roll. We're not pussies. So I'm just gonna let the room know. All right, I just had to do that real quick. I just went in there and said that we're live here because, like I said, we're not pussies. So, yeah, live terminal, A-Rod. Isn't it crazy? A-Rod's my buddy. Isn't that crazy? It's a live terminal. It's really weird. It's blurry on your screen. I don't know what to tell you. It's not blurry on mine, so I apologize for that. I don't know what to tell you, unfortunately. Okay, so we are going to pull up the terminal here. What's up, brother? How are you? We'll pull up the terminal here and show you. I'm down $500 or so on the right now. This pound Aussie is kicking my ass. So let's go. We're gonna have to downsize the charts a little bit, and we'll open up the terminal. This is a live account because, like I said, we ain't pussies around here. We're not afraid to show live accounts. And there's a gazillion trades in the account right now, so it's pretty funny. It's actually not funny right now. Obviously, I don't like being down like $500 on these trades, but I ain't no jive turkey, and I ain't a pussy. So these trades will turn, and yeah, we ain't no jive turkey. We like to show terminals. Okay, here we go. View terminal. See that right there? You can actually see the terminal, and you can see I'm down $477 right now. You can see that on the bottom right, that on the trades I'm in right now, I'm down $477. And I ain't a pussy. Does everybody see that? Does everybody see that? You can see the terminal down there. Do you see the $478 that I'm down? 481, 482 because I'm not a pussy. And I don't hide behind TradingView. All right. So you can see that. I don't give a damn. I'm comfortable with the positions I have, and I know that. I also know that these are going to turn. All right. So I hedged it a little bit, but I probably will end up taking those hedges out. It's blurred out. How is it blurred out? You can't see the $479. I guess you're just going to have to trust me. I guess you'll just have to trust me then, because that's what it is. Okay? So, but I trade a little bit differently than most people do. I am not a 10 pip scalping pussy. So we'll talk about gold though, because I know I've talked to you guys that, and we can bring up the terminal again. We don't have to have the terminal up all the time, but you guys know that I do that. And we talk about the pattern that I talk about all the time. Oh, it's on now? Okay, I can turn it back. But the pattern that I talk about all the time is I want to see a tail at the bottom of the candle. So this will be a perfect example of a buy candle right here. Oh, it seems good. Okay, I can pull it back up here in a second. But this circle line, that's a perfect example of a buy candle because that candle has a tail at the bottom that's longer than the body of the candle and no wick, right? No wick at the top. So I like it to have no wick at the top, and I want to have a tail at the bottom. So then you wait for the opening of the next 1 hour candle. So your entry would have been right here at 1793. and it would have made a high. It's all right, brother. Yeah, it's good. I don't care. It made a high of 1796. So you would have, at 30 to 40 points, I always place my stops at break even. Okay. So at 30 to 40 points, I'm always placing my stops at break even. So on this one, you would have definitely made enough to at least get your stops to break even, right? And it doesn't win all the time. Okay, so there's no system. Anyone who tells you that their system wins 100% of the time, you need to run away from them and hide, because they're not telling you the truth. So 30 to 40 pips or points or dollars. So if I get in at 17.93, to me $3 is up to 17.96, right? But anyways, at $3 to $4, 30 to 40 points, my stop is always moved to break even. And then if it goes in my favor even more, if I get up to like 50 to 70 points, then I'm going to move my stops to plus 10 or plus 20, right? 50 to 70, maybe plus 20. Okay, and then I'm just going to keep moving my stops up as it goes in my favor. But if you look at that pattern I just showed you, that pattern is accurate 85% of the time. Okay, it's accurate about 85% of the time on any time frame you do it on. So let's just go over several different examples. Yeah, let me just do the hourly chart first, if you don't mind, and then we can go to the 30-minute. I don't trade it off the 30-minute because I like the 1 hour. But if you just start circling every time you had a tail at the bottom longer than the body. I know people hate this when I do this. People are like, oh my gosh, again, you guys don't know this because you don't know. Some people are like, Clay, that's all Clay does is he just draws circles. But it's actually really, really powerful. So, but they don't want to pay attention because they're stupid. And the problem is we have a bunch of stupid people in the world today. We really have. I mean, our world is full of idiots. The number growing increasingly larger the further you get away from Missoula, Montana. Oh, that's from a movie. That's from A River Runs Through It, the movie. If any of you guys have ever seen that movie, A River Runs Through It, a classic. And they say the number of idiots gets, the consumption and number of idiots gets higher and higher the further you go from Missoula, Montana. So you have several different examples of that, right? We've drawn several different examples. And if you just, and like I say to people all the time, just backtest it. Don't take my word for it. I'm just some schmuck on the internet. You don't need to believe me. I don't really care if you believe me, because when I go to bed here soon and I fuck my wife, I'm not thinking about any of you people. When I go to bed tonight and I get my wife naked and I fuck her, I'm not thinking about any of you people. I don't know, man. I don't keep track of it, and I don't really care. I just care about I make enough money to pay my bills every month, and I've done that for 18 years almost now. I don't really care. As long as my account grows, it grows at the end of the month. And I'll show you again here in one of my accounts here in a second. I don't really care. As long as my account grows every month, I don't give a damn. I don't pay attention to that, to be honest with you. I know that kind of sounds weird, but I don't really care. As long as I make money every month, I don't care about the percentages. I don't care. As long as my account grows, I don't really give two flying fucks. Okay, so if we look at all of these examples, I guarantee you of these 14 examples, you would have been right at least. I trade FTMO accounts for people. I pass their FTMO accounts for people. I do that. So they pay me to pass their FTMO accounts. I don't keep any of the profits, and then they just get it back, and I do all that jazzy jazz for them. Okay, so on the first one you would have gotten in here, and just a pin. I'm going to say number one. It's close. 1787. I'm going to say number one was a loss, even though you had this little spike down, and so you always want your stop to be below that tail. But I'm going to say number one was a loss. Okay, remember, if you don't get to 30 or 40 points, it's a loss. Okay, I'm just going to call it a loss. It may not. It's pretty close, depending on that. But you always want to have your stop loss below the candle, below the candlestick. And number two and number three might be a loss. You never know. Look at that, son of a bitch. Number two might be a loss too, eh? Hey, mate. Hey, comrade. I don't think it is, though. because what we're talking about in number 2 is you want your stop loss to be below that tail, the low of the tail, and you don't want, because you don't want it to be right at the tail. So what, it came down and it dipped down there, but I think you would have been fine. I really do. So from, I mean, maybe some people aren't because they're pussies and they have stop losses like pussies. I think you are fine on that one. Number 3, number 2 is a win to me. Number 3 might be a loss. Let's look at number 3. Yeah, number 3 is a loss. Okay. Number 4 is a loss. Number 5 is a win. Number 6 is a loss. Number 7, son of a bitch, is a loss. I'm doing these examples and it doesn't look real good for me, does it? All these are wins though. Number 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 11, 12, 13 is a loss and 14 is a win. Okay, so you have 14 examples of it. You have 14 examples of just that simple pattern. Well, we consider break even at 30 to 40 points for this demonstration. We're going to consider it a win. You can argue with me about that later. Okay, it's late at night. You can argue about that with me later. I've got my fly swatter out here too. Okay, so of those 14 examples, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're 8 for 14, which isn't really good, to be honest with you. It's making it look like my pattern kind of sucks. But 8 out of the 14 you would have made money, which still I don't think is a bad. It's over 50%, but usually it's about 85%. But so 8 of 14 I think is probably going to be about 54%. We'll get the calculator out because we're not math geniuses. I'm not a math genius. I got my degrees in psychology. I have a 4-year degree in criminal support services, and then I have a master's degree in forensic psychology. So 57%. 57%, which still isn't bad, right? So if you just would have taken that pattern, you would have won 57% of the time, which isn't bad. That's kind of sexy. To me, honestly, that's kind of sexy still. Okay, usually it's a little bit higher than that. Usually it's about 85%, but this time it's not. And I don't really care. I've been doing this for 18 years, and I know a thing or two. See you later, brother. All right, I'm gonna take off here soon too, but I just wanted to show you guys that pattern because I know I'm in the gold chat a lot, and I'm always talking about that pattern. If you want to sell it, right, the sell is just the opposite, right? If you want to sell it, it's a wick at the top longer than the body of the candle. If you want to sell, okay. So if you sell, this dang shoe fly out. I got my fly swatter. If this shoe fly lands somewhere, he's gonna get the fly swatter right now. Gosh dang you bastard. There he is. Land, you son of a bitch. Or just leave. That's fine too. Alright, so a sell would just be the opposite, right? A sell would be if you have a wick at the top that's longer than the body. Okay, so let's look for a candle like that. This would be a pretty good example of one right here. This wick at the top, oh, I don't like yellow when I'm circling this. This wick at the top is longer than the body, right? So if you're going to sell, it's just the opposite. It's a wick at the top longer than the body of the candle. And it's just as sexy as hell too. All right, so it's a really simple concept. Pretty easy. Pin bar, doji, whatever the hell you want to call it. I call it sexiness. And it's my party, and I can say whatever the hell I want because it's my party and it's my stream, and I can say whatever the hell I want. It's my party. I'll cry if I want to. I'm not crying because I know people listen to this. I have people literally that listen to my streams just so they can find some little piece of a video that they can go somewhere else and look and make fun of me or something like that. I have people who love me and I have people who hate me. It's great, but they will look for any little piece of video they can find to make it sound like I'm doing something. Because I was saying the other day that people had invested in class accounts and I was giving money back and I was paying out multiple amounts of money, and they're like, well, how do we know it's from trading? I'm like, what the hell difference does it make where it comes from? I could be selling crack cocaine. Who cares? Why do those people care as long as they get their money back? I'm not selling crack cocaine, right? Because I've never done that. I've never had a sip of alcohol in my life, and I've never sold crack cocaine. But the point was, the point of the demonstration was, Who cares where the money's coming from? If people invest in you and you pay them money and you pay them dividends, who the fuck cares where the money comes from? Right? But they took that little piece of video and they edited it so that you don't understand the context, and it says, I sell crack cocaine. And it was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. So they took this little piece of video and made it sound like I was telling people that I sell crack cocaine. I've never had alcohol in my life, and I've never done a single drug. But you get people who are stupid. M30 has a take profit of 710. See, but here's the thing, Dippin. My take profits are way higher than what you're thinking. And if you're on a 30-minute chart, there's, to me, all you're doing is, if you get into that trade, which you would have, right, here on the 30-minute on gold, you would have gotten in right around here at 1791. So you're not up terribly a lot right now, right? But my 1796 is the first take profit area, but that doesn't mean I would get out of the trade just because it goes to 1796, right? I'm not saying you would either. I'm definitely going to place my stops at break even at that point, right? But if it gets past 1796, where's your next level? Your next level is up here at 1806. I want to be in that trade. So if I get in it where I'm at now and it goes up to 1796, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm getting out of the trade, right? It just means I'm going to tighten up my stops, maybe move my stops to break even, and I'm going to go for the next level. That's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. You don't want to cut your legs out from under you, right? Because this thing has the potential. I'm going to go back to the 1 hour, but this thing has the potential to go a lot higher than just 1796. That's just your first target. So I would if it goes up to that level, I'd be looking to move my stops to break even, but I would not get out of the trade. Because we're not pussies, right? We're not pussies. We know what we're doing. We're not pussies. And I'm going to show you the terminal again before I leave here, just so you can see again that when I stream, unlike steroid rage-filled morons who have body proportions that don't really match up to they got tiny heads and then they got these huge bodies, and that's indicative of steroid use because they're roid ragers, right? A bunch of roid ragers that cry and complain all the time when they don't get the credit I need that credit, man. I've got to have that. I got to have that credit. If you're not, I do all this free stuff, all these free webinars and all this free stuff, and I don't get the credit I deserve. So I'm not going to do any more streams unless you people go after this person and try and get them removed from, you know what I mean? It's just so people are dumb. They're really, 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 really dumb. I don't get enough credit. Give me my damn street cred in Oaktown. Give me my damn street credit in Oaktown. I don't get enough credit, and I do all these free webinars for you and all this free stuff for you, and I just don't get the credit I deserve. Oh, so you better go and you better start disliking people, and if you like other people, you can't come in my stream. That's what other YouTube streamers do. Dippin', I have several different accounts. So yes, I'm holding gold in a different account. It has nothing to do with trading. It has nothing to do with trading. I can show you. I can show you another account I have I'll just do that. I have 3 or 4 different live accounts, and so what I do, because I get good leverage on some of these accounts, I get 500 to 1 leverage, right? So what I like to do is I like to use these 500 to 1 leverage accounts to fund my other account, which is TD Ameritrade. TD Ameritrade is my main account, and what I will do is I fund my 500 to 1. So all my profits that I have during the month go into my TD Ameritrade account. Okay, because I get really good leverage here. I do my my TD Ameritrade account, and that's the one that ends up being the large one. So that's the one that holds things for a long, long time, and you'll never see that one because I don't ever have to show anyone anything. I show people stuff because I want to. but I'm not in. I don't have to, and no one's entitled to see that. But I have a very huge, very bigly huge, bigly, and very huge TD Ameritrade account that no one will ever see, because I don't have to show a damn thing. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to show you this too. This is just in the last 7 days, I believe. This is, there you go right there. What else do you see there, A-Rod? What else do you see there? Oh, excuse me, this is the last 2 weeks. It's the last like 10 days. What do you see there, A-Rod? So correct me if I'm wrong, A-Rod, but you can't take out money from a demo account, right? Can you take money out of a demo account? Can you take money out of a demo account, A-Rod? Maybe you can. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong, you know? Maybe I should find out a way to be able to take money out of a demo account. Can you take money out of a demo account? The answer is no, you can't take money out of a demo account. You'll notice the other thing. You'll notice the other thing here too, A-Rod. You'll notice the other thing that they complain about, that I am a demo trader, or that I trade penny lots, right? It's the other thing that all the little whiny little bitch haters like to talk about, that I'm a demo trader. You'll notice that those aren't you notice that those aren't just penny lot trades too, are they? You notice those aren't penny lot. That's a standard lot. That's a standard lot. That's a $2 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 lot. And they always say, all you do is buy gold. All he does is buy gold with penny lots. Pretty sure that that's a bunch of sells right there. I don't know. Maybe. Right? Pretty sure that those are dollar lots and $10 lot and deposits of $2,000 and almost doubling, over 50% gains from the 3rd of September to the 15th of September. So from the 3rd of September to the 15th of September, look at that, gains of almost over 50%. Almost 50% net gains. That's pretty good, isn't it? I mean, and then I take out $1,700 because I'm sexy as hell and I want to. That's pretty crazy though, huh? Oh my gosh, look at this. Now I'm down. I'm down $530. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm scared to death. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm down $530. My goodness. The world is gonna end. The world is gonna end. What do you do? Oh my goodness gracious, I'm down $528. Gold is dropping again. Yep, it is. It's 1132. And if it were to close like that, you'd have a sell. Yeah, we don't care. We don't care. This is the one that's killing me right now. The pound Aussie is kicking my ass. And I'm really ungrateful that I even took this fucking trade, because right now it's killing me. And so I have a sell on it, a $3 sell that's right here at 87.82, so it's down 110 pips. And then I have a sell here. Then I have two more sells higher here, right? Because you guys can't see them because you can't see the whole screen. So there's another sell right here. This thing's kicking my ass, to be honest with you. And then I have another sell right there, and then I have two buys right there. I also have two buys that I put in there just to kind of hedge it and get some money for it. If it breaks above this high right here at 89.18, I will close out those shorts, probably in a decent loss, right? And then I'll keep the buys going. It's an uptrend, and I was just an idiot. So let's go look at the 4-hour chart. Okay, so this is where we're looking at right here on the 4-hour chart. If it breaks this level here, around here at 89.17 area, if it breaks this 89.17 area, you have this up here. You have a lot of room past here that it could go up. So I'm just gonna have to be careful on that. I will take the loss on it if I have to. I don't care. But let me get rid of some of these. So that one right there is killing me. But I've started to hedge it just a little bit for a while and see if we get the move up. So if I have to, I'll hedge it a little bit more. And so I'm not worried about it. It'll come back and it'll turn, but I might have to hedge just a little bit. And we're on a 4-hour chart here, and so there's some key levels right here at 89.17, and then possibly up here at 89.48. If you get past 89.48, you've got a lot of wiggle room up here to 190, 170. So we'll just keep an eye on it. But I mean, obviously, I don't like getting my ass kicked on this stuff right now, but that's fine. No big deal. I can handle it. We can all handle it. We're not pussies. We don't run and hide like little pussies, like little schoolgirls. So anyway, we'll handle it. We'll take care of it. It'll be good. And it'll come back and it'll turn and we'll make money on the trade. And we'll just have to hold the trade for a little bit longer. That's fine too. Right? We can handle that. We can handle a little bit of that. We're not worried about that. Because again, we are not pussies. We don't pee sitting down like some people who stream do. They pee sitting down. We're not pussies. We have balls of steel. I am wearing my Superman shirt today. And this account is well funded. Yeah, well, I've been doing this again for 18 years, almost 18 years. And I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story because I had one of the best mentors. I still to this day think that and he was a very, very good friend of mine. He was a high school buddy of mine. I still think to this day he's probably the best chart analysis person I've ever seen in my life. And we were trading the Aussie dollar one day actually. And it was when I was new. It was when I first started and it was going against me. We were selling and it was going up. And I said, Jared, man, I'm getting nervous. I said, I got to get out of this. And he goes, the minute you get out of it is the minute it will start tanking. What you should be doing instead of thinking about getting out of it, you should be thinking about adding to it. And he goes, the minute you do that, the minute you get out of it is the minute that it'll go in your favor. And sure enough, I did it because I didn't understand that at that point. That was back in 2004. And I got out and sure enough, it tanked the next day and I would have made a lot of money. So that was my one lesson saying I'm never going to let myself talk myself out of a trade that I know will end up working out. And this one will be the same. But it sure as hell is going to test my patience for a little while, isn't it? Sure as hell is going to test my patience for a little bit, and that's fine. No big deal. So, anyways, it's almost midnight here, guys, and I'm going to bed. So, it is whooping my ass right now, and that's, like I said, that's okay. There's no panic. I have balls. I have balls of steel. I'm not worried about it. So, we will talk to you guys again soon. You all have a good night or good day or whatever the hell it is, wherever the hell you live. I don't know where you live, and I don't really give a damn where you live. So, I don't care. I don't give a damn. You all have a good night. Be kind to people if you can. If they're assholes,